Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Then it's like that, I look out and I was like, all the things anyway. Yeah. Do you know her? Okay. Right. Okay. I will. Thank you so much. Oh, that was bad. That's a good picture. Oh, okay. I was like, as many of them. Right. I know it. That was really
If you host a vacation rental, but you're having a hard time finding guests, then let's go with that. I mean, like, oh, don't you know? I can fly Wow.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Pretty dead. Good morning. Ah, thank you. That's so awesome. All right, we're gonna have a special treat for you this morning to kick us off and raise the energy. Let's go. So anyone who's afraid of doing a video, don't be, okay? Don't be afraid. You know, videos are just really to make you happy, to bring attention. And anyone who saw it, did you feel happy? Right? So they didn't care. Yeah, you're like, I hope so. But they didn't care what they looked like. They were just having fun. And that's what videos are all about. So welcome to the team meeting today. Any first time guests here? We'd like to first time guests. Oh, no, stand up and introduce yourself. That's for the, it's on, it's just for the online people.
Okay, yeah, so Melanie Wellacher came over now, technically still a new agent, but Robin likes to say I'm producing. I have a few closings, but still working
If
really
y'all
hard to
saw
get
her
new clients.
pipeline, you're doing
Um,
great.
So yeah, I'm really doing open houses. My background's in experience design, work for Microsoft, so like digital experiences for my career, switched over to real estate. So trying to bring that to open houses and anything else I do, events. Just planned an event for moms coming up. So,
Yeah. Great. And huge,
excited to be here.
huge corporate background as well.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So she was director of project management for Microsoft, right?
Well, I was director of a design studio, so we did all the e-commerce sites for Microsoft. So,
Yeah.
um,
So if she reaches out and says, "Can I do your open house," just say yes. She knows what she's doing. So thanks, Melanie. Anyone else? All right. Bucket fills. Who's got a bucket fill today? Who wants to bucket fill someone? Yeah. Back Billy.
One bucket fill, my teammate Teresa Green. She was asked to jump in to help out. Her connection, she has some connections that I don't. I have some connections she doesn't. Kind of goes to illustrate the power of having a good team on your side. Between the two of us, we'll get a loan done one way or the other. Thank you, Teresa.
Great. Awesome. Yay. Anyone else? Yep. That's got bucket fill.
I'd like to bucket Jessica Lamb for accepting my offer last night because we were.
Does it help to know the people you're like doing a co-op with? Does it help? Yeah. Say yes. Yes. Love it. All right. Anyone else? Bucket fill? No? Okay. All right. March newcomers. If you are new to our market center and you're here today, please stand up just to be acknowledged. Love to acknowledge you and welcome you. Woo, woo. Call your friends on this list and tell them to show up next. All right, today's vendors and home warranty, home buyer's warranty, Snap House Charlotte, the fullness of real estate and House Master Charlotte. I cannot stress enough what these guys do behind the scenes. You all, if you need any of these, please just give your client one of 3 choices and make sure they're one of them, because they do so much for us that we don't even realize on the back end. That's how we are able to do lunch and learns. We're able to do events, all because of our vendor partners. So please, please, please make sure they're part of your giving to your client. All right, Carolina Gold, come on up. Teresa and Billy, come on up. Good morning. There's the mic.
Morning, everybody. Billy Gerald, your mortgage professional with Carolina Gold Mortgage. Teresa Green, fresh from her Southern Caribbean tour.
Oh, you're so glad to be back, right?
So glad. I
Hey,
actually am. If I have any more tacos, salsa, or guacamole.
So, hey, want to remind everybody, we've got a lunch and learn coming next Wednesday. And it's not just your average run-of-the-mill lunch and learn. You might actually get something out of this other than a free lunch. Take it away.
They've got a full-time job, 3 kids, and a dog. They can't do in-between housing. Or they've tried buying and are losing out to non-contingent offers. Whatever their situation, HomeLight's Buy Before You Sell can help your client move into their new home now and sell their current home with peace of mind. Here's how it works. You and your lender will confirm eligibility and submit your client for a 24-hour approval. Once approved, the pending sale contingency is removed and your clients can access the equity in their departing residence. Your client may use the equity unlock amount as the down payment on their new property, moving expenses, closing costs, or property repairs. Your client will be able to make a more competitive offer on their new home without a home sale contingency. Once they close on their new home, they can move in immediately and avoid the hassle of renting and moving twice. Then, you will work with your client to prepare their old home for sale. By listing it unoccupied and potentially staged, you will be able to attract the strongest offer possible. Ready to get started with Buy Before You Sell? Submit your client today.
Woohoo! That's
All right.
awesome.
So make sure you get signed up for the lunch and learn next Wednesday. If you're impressed with that video, just want you to know I had nothing to do with it. So, but,
Neither did I.
and, Teresa, got some good news for us on the market?
Interest rates are up, so no, not great news. However, we expected this little bump. We think it's probably going to be a little bit higher for a little while, and then we should see some good reprieve from what we're being told. So just bear with us for a little bit. We also have a new program that I'm really excited about. We have a 40-year interest only jumbo that just came out. So it's actually, I ran the numbers to one yesterday and the payment was like $257 a month less because it's interest only. So even though they were getting a lower interest rate elsewhere, we're going to wind up doing it on the 40-year interest only because the property is going to appreciate like crazy. So keep that in mind. There's always something new and exciting coming out. Back to the video you just watched. I also just have a client that came to me from, I think about 9 months, trying to get his ducks in a row to buy a new home. Kept being told he had to sell, made contingent offers like crazy. Of course, nobody was accepting them. Agent got him my way, and you know what? He can buy before he sells, so we don't even need a program. So I'm just back to not all loan officers are created equal. Just because somebody's telling somebody something doesn't mean it's the only way. So we're always happy to take, we'd love the first look. We'll always take the second look. But yeah, I mean, I just can't stress enough how experience and old age maybe can play off and maybe open some doors that people aren't aware of. So just give us a call. You know where to find us. One of us will be there most all the time.
Any questions? Anybody have a question? No? All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Jennifer, do you have anything that you'd like to say today? Can you tell us what a clue report is for those that don't know what that is?
The clue report is a report at a particular property address that will tell you if there's been any claims on that property. It's a very good benefit to share with your buyers when you're out shopping for properties. It's free resource to you guys. So all you got to do is pop me a text or email and I'll order it for you and send it within a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just going to give a testimonial on that. That Jennifer is pretty much Jennifer on the spot with the clue reports, and it does help give some peace of mind. She just did one for us this weekend. I know you congratulated me on Facebook, but feel free to reply all and congratulate them in the email and remind them they can come to you for insurance.
Yeah, those clue reports are super important right now, especially in the Carolinas. I mean, just to remember, you're the fiduciary to your client. So the more you do for the client, the less legal liability you have in the long term. I mean, I've seen things come back 10 years later where somebody goes to sell and then my agent didn't tell me this or didn't tell me that. So CYA. All right, Julia. Yay, Leah. One clap. That's awesome.
Bye-bye.
Yay.
I do nothing and already get a class. That's wonderful. Thank you, Jolie. Hi, everyone. As you know, my name is Leah. My counterpart, Jules. We help with your tech and marketing in-house, and everything is free for you to utilize in-house. So I want to stress all the free resources that you're most likely not taking advantage of as an agent here at Keller Williams Valentine. So first of all, if you are new to KW or Command, or if you feel like you really don't know Command, okay, whether you're a seasoned agent or new, and this right here, I will put it up on the Facebook group after today's meeting. That will show you everything that you need to know about Command. So if you feel like you have pieces of information, you know how to run a Facebook ad, right? But you're not sure how to use Command as it should to create more business from your sphere, that is the video that will show you that. So scan this video, okay, if you're new to KW or new to Command, have a refresher, okay, even seasoned agents, when's the last time you took a Command training, okay? Rush up, send this to your admin. Again, I'll put it on the Facebook group after today.
Yeah, I just want to stress the Command. I had an agent that literally did one neighborhood nurture, like that, they only one smart plan, right? 30 listings and 30 buyers in 1 year, did over $1 million in GCI because of that one smart plan that he spent $0 for. So
Incredible.
yeah, so if you're not in it and you're not using it, then please, please, please at least venture in, see what it can do for you while you're sleeping.
And what Robin, so true, what Robin's talking about is if you have the address or a neighborhood that they're interested in Command in their email, it sends them a monthly report of how much homes are going for in that neighborhood. So many CMA look like. What are other homes selling for in there? So they can see for their own neighborhood or neighborhoods that they're interested in. And again, that's automated for you guys to do. You're providing hyper local, valuable data right to their inbox.
Well, and if you're not doing it, Zillow is.
So true.
So, and there's like a 72% open rate on those emails. So every single person should be sending it to everyone in their database.
Let's talk about, okay, if you're not doing that, what should you do next? Okay, so here are the ways that you can get free tech support, right, and help in your business. So you want to set that up? Great, you should. So these are the ways that you can do that. All right, first of all, you want a one-on-one. It's free for you to meet with us once a week. Yeah, free for you to meet with us for 30 minutes a week. Go sign up. KWB Resources. I need tech help. If you're not sure why you're there, well, A, you just heard what Robin said. We're going to do that, and we'll give you ideas, okay? 2, if you need quick tech help, we're in the hub every Tuesday through Friday, 12 to 12:30. Who's come to those open tech time hours? Yeah, great. And you took advantage of that and got your questions answered quickly. And lastly, I want to also stress our weekly training every Tuesday and Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. Now, if you're a seasoned agent and you think, I don't really need to go to those classes, I've seen what Command does, right? Brandy, did you come to Thursday's class?
Wow, just call you right out. I love that.
And Brandy, were you not so excited about some of the things that you learned? Of course, you already know all the things, right? But even if you're, I mean, Brandy knows the most of Command and DocuSign of everyone in this room, right? So if Brandy can take stuff out of that class, you should be there. Thursdays is for seasoned agents. Tuesdays is for new agents. And our last slide, if you would. Oh, that is our last slide. Well, I just want this one. Heads up today's class, if you're a new agent and you need open house marketing, we do these things in the class. They're workshop based. So join today, 1 to 2 p.m. If you don't have open house marketing set, join. We'll set that up for you. And then advanced agents for seasoned agents, we'll do listing marketing, A to Z, Facebook ads, postcards, right? All that next level way to get more listings from your listing. Okay, thank you guys.
Freaking amazing. All right, Jess, come on up. This is fun. We should have a walk-up song or something. Next time.
Video. Just saw my Facebook post on Friday about Profit Share Day. Just raise your hand, please. I think people saw it. Okay. I know people saw my post who did get Profit Share on Friday. Right? Who was a little jealous by my post and wishes that you had some Profit Share. Who has nothing to do tomorrow? Well, until now.
Till now.
Between 1 and 3 tomorrow. So it's been my personal goal for myself and for other people at this market center. Let's start earning more profit share, guys. Okay. So I know personally there are people that used to work in this market center that are not anymore. I don't care where that they're, at right now, but I want to invite them back. Like, let them meet Robin. So she's gonna give us scripts. Okay. If you book at least 5 appointments, you get a voucher for what? Yeah,
$1,000 cruise.
hello. And guess what? Even if I'm gonna call everyone that I love, that I wish was back in our family.
Mhm.
Even if I know they were vested and they can't put me down as a sponsor,
Mhm.
I don't care. That goes towards my right
Absolutely, the
my
profitability.
account. The $1,000 voucher for cruise. Plus, not only that, profit share.
Yes.
Like I
Lynn,
was-
how much did we profit share last month back to our agents just in the Valentine Market Center? $48,000. $48,000 we gave back to the agents in this market center that participate in profit share.
Yeah.
So it's just sharing our story with other agents and what you love most about this market center. And I will tell you what, the conversation's super easy because most people do not have the culture and the camaraderie and the collaboration and all the things that we have here in Valentine. So it's an easy conversation, really is. They're just waiting for you.
I use, my profit share, I used to be in the comma club every single month, meaning it was at least $1,000.
Yeah.
It was on Friday, and I'm trying to get back to where I'm in the comma club every single month.
Yeah,
Okay, and I
passive
just want that
income.
money to do. Plus, that is money you guys pass down, generations.
Yeah.
So, who's gonna be here with me and Robin tomorrow from 1 to 3? You two will, right?
Come on. Yeah.
Come
there
on,
you go.
y'all.
Yep, there we go. Okay.
I have to get Lynn to like print lists of, well, you know.
I already got them. I
You
got
did?
the list. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Happy hour. We've got Lindsay. Come on up.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Peg Fox, the chair. Oh, that was like 3 minutes late, so great. Thanks
You're
for that.
welcome.
That was perfectly late. We're doing, I'm your social chair for this year for the ALC. What social is grow together. Let's socialize together. Let's be friends with each other, mentors for each other, spend time together, not just, in the hub when we're asking questions. Let's actually bond, and help each other. So our next social is this Thursday from 4 to 6. It's at Bradshaw Social House. Steve Baxley with Home Warranty of America is providing appetizers. Your drinks will be on your own. However, come and socialize with us. Does anybody know if you're already going to be there with me? Yay! Thank you. And I know that is at least 4 top producers. So if you would like to be in the room with top producers and have a chance to pick their brains, please come join us and call me if you want to be on my committee.
All right. Career night. Anyone come talk about career night? Yeah. Come on up, Amber.
All right, good morning. So career night is going to be Wednesday, April 23rd. We're going to be running some ads, but we can always use the help of our wonderful agents in the Market Center. Anyone that you know that's considering a career in real estate, maybe is in school currently, anyone you've been following up with from Superior, all of those people, please post it on your Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok about it, all the things, because the more people that we can get to come in and have those good conversations, the more possibility there is that they can see the wonderful environment that we have here at Keller Williams Ballantine.
Wonderful. Yay. Love it. All right. Red Day. Is Irene here? Yeah. Come on up. Yeah. Yes. You have to come up. Does everybody know what Red Day is? Everybody knows what Red Day. Red Day is the day that Keller Williams across the globe shuts down and we give back to the communities that we serve in. And yes, tell us what what you're working on.
Well, we're working on quite a few things. We are going to be working with Veterans Bridge Home to give back to our vets. There's going to be a cemetery cleanup that we're going to need. It's Veterans Cemetery that we're going to need a lot of volunteers for to help clean up. We are also going to be feeding some teachers in a school that Lisa Pellin here, no. We're only going to need like 6 volunteers for that. It's in Gaston County. She's got all the information. We will be sharing with everybody about that. And here's a little switch. The afternoon. So cleaning up, it's going to be in the morning. Then we're going to partner with a shelter. And it's going to be uptown, more information to come, where as a market center, we will all get together, have the opportunity to socialize with some homeless people, also feed them and feed ourselves. There's going to be a DJ. So it's going to be a fun afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have to, because it's a social event. So, we're going to need donations and volunteers because we'll be cooking and things like that. So,
Wonderful. Yeah. May 8th, mark your calendar. Yeah. You have a question, Carolyn?
We are
Working on that sign up.
Yeah, we're working on the details to finalize this week. I have a meeting with the shelter Thursday, and then we are going to be working with to together some sign up increases in terms of what they donate, cash, supplies, time.
Guys, even if you're working with a client that day, tell them, listen, this is what we do. We shut down. Tell them about what you do. People want to work with people that give back to the community and say, listen, I'd love for you to come serve beside me. I've actually had clients of agents come and serve with them. That client is yours for life because they don't see that in the real estate industry anywhere else but at Keller Williams. So just mark your calendars. There's nothing more important that day than to serve the people that have blessed you for the last year.
And the other our veterans home, bridge home. Not only are we gonna be helping to clean up, there's gonna be veterans. Throughout social.
So cool. So cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for all you're doing. No, that's. Yeah. All right. Numbers, your favorite thing. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Shirts are on sale now. Do we have a QR code? How do they order shirts? Facebook post?
Facebook post pinned at the top of the page, guys. You also can shoot me an email if you can't find the Facebook post, and I'll send it to you. But it's just a Google form, super easy. Just drop in how many shirts you're looking to order and then what size. It's $20 per shirt, and proceeds
Awesome.
go to KW Cares.
Thank you. Yay. All right. Everybody knows Darren, right? Yay, my assistant team leader. So today we're going to dive deep into the numbers. These came directly from Family Reunion and Gary Keller and our economist who studied these numbers. What's important about numbers? Can you tell me? They don't lie. That is so true. What else? What's important? They tell a story. What else? They help make intelligent decisions, right? Rob, combine, yes, absolutely. Provide motivation, right? Make you look smart. Oh, I love that. With our market center numbers, more listing and buyer clients. Absolutely. All right, so let's dive into the numbers. All right, this is a really fun one. So this is what we call our trends and our lore report. You can actually go into KWRI under reports. You can pull your market center trends. I will tell you, super important to look at. If you've been in real estate over a year, it's going to show you your own numbers and you can have your own story. However, if you don't have a story yet, use the market center. So anything, this is supposed to be green. So anything green is a really, really healthy business. As you can see, our market center closed units month over month, we're up 26%, year to date up 38%. Look at KWRI where they're trending and also the region. So you can kind of look at closed volume, listings taken volume for our market center. This is an amazing story. I mean, Darren, if you were going to go on a listing, what story would you have for that potential client?
I mean, I'm looking at the first thing we talked a little bit yesterday about windshield versus rear view mirror.
Yep.
And so windshield, I'm looking at future business.
Future
right?
business, windshield items.
So windshield items, I'm looking at listings taken. Can they hear me now? Okay. Listings taken and contracts written.
Yeah,
Are the two things.
that's
that came out
future
today.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 31% in contracts written up year over year.
36%.
So 24 over 25, and then listings taken. Who owns the market? Is it the listing agent or the buyer's agent? Listing agent. So if I was on a listing, I might say, well, you know what? The Keller Williams Ballantyne Market Centers, we're up 44% in listings taken. And we don't only take the listing, we sell the listing. So who do you want to list your property? Keller Williams or another company that may not have these same numbers? And by the way, Mr. Seller, if I were you, I'd ask them for their numbers, right? And if they don't have them, then the choice is real easy for you because they're not tracking numbers. They don't know their numbers. All right. Any questions about this? Any ahas looking at those numbers? Yeah, Lindsay.
Just a comment that until if you're a brand new agent, even if you have, one listing under your belt, one buyer under your belt, no closings, this is your story too.
Yes,
My
that's your
market center,
story.
this. My market center, that. This is what my office is doing. This is what we did. This is what we've been doing this year. Make sure that you use this as your story, even if you haven't sold anything. That's still an opportunity for you.
Yeah, huge opportunity. All right, down here to profit share, what Jess was talking about earlier, we're up in profit share 67% over last year. When other companies, other real estate companies and real estate agents are struggling, we're actually thriving here in the Ballantyne Market Center.
Look at KWRI.
Yeah, huge. Closed GCI, by the way, you guys are making 41% more money than you made last year at the same time. Wow, right? Wow. And by the way, if you're not one of them that's trending at 41% year over year, You need to come to some events and start masterminding and asking the questions of the people that are up 41%, what they're doing. Okay. All right. Home sales, annual home sales. So this is according to the National Association of Realtors. This is the projection in 2025, 4.2 million. So I want you to kind of look at this trend line here. About 4.1 is actually the trend of what we see. So is it going to be a terrible year in 2025? No. Is the news full of, you know what? Yes, doom and gloom. So what's going to happen? You're going to go have conversations with buyers and sellers. They're listening to the news. And if you don't have this information as part of your arsenal, as part of your package, then you can't have an intelligent conversation with them. It's an opinion at that point. And we know what opinions are like, right? Everybody knows? Okay, great. We won't go into that. All right, let's jump into monthly. So in December, you can see December in 2023, where we were in home sales. Check out what happened in 2024. An increase by quite actually. All right, but again, look at the trend. Look at what's happening. Right? Any ahas looking at that? And you're going to get all these slides so you don't have to take pictures. Huh? Let's go back.
Did Gary or the team at go over that buyer to the lowest year in real estate sales since 1995? Like, anticipated from that point? Are they,
Yeah,
like,
we're going to
are they
go into
bouncing
that.
back, or is it more?
Yeah, we're going to jump into that. A lot had to do with the inflation and also interest rates. Well, but great question. All right, home sales annually. So this is something really important to look at. A long-term trend is 4%. Okay, so I had somebody call me yesterday and say, yeah, this seller believes his house should be priced here, but I'm doing all the comps and I feel like it should be priced well below where the seller feels. This is definitely something that you can pull out as well. We look at a 4% trend line. That's the norm. You can see where we were in 06. What happened in 06? What happened a couple of years later, right? We are at 21% above the trend line. Then what happened? We crashed, right? Check out what's happening here. So we're at 9.9% in 2024 above the trend line. Just something to pay attention to. Okay. Nobody thinks we're going to have a crash except some crazies on Instagram, but check out what's projected still 2025. It's just awareness, guys. Just be aware. This cannot continue. Everybody knows that, right? It can't continue. It always comes up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. And we're going to see that, I think, here. So if you take a look at what happened in 06 to 11, okay, what happened to appreciation, you see what happened in 12 to 19. We were average of about 6.4%. And then you can see what's happening 23, 24, and what they're estimating 25. Now, of course, we have a local market here, right? So our local market is driven very differently than nationally. However, it's not going to be the same as 2022. Anything you want to add to that, Darren? Okay. Come on. I'm stuck. All right. Here's the dips. And then I do love this slide because it gives the reasoning behind it. So you can kind of see back in 73, we're down 61%. We had the 73 oil crisis. We go to 82, Volcker recessions, Fed raises rates to an all-time high. Savings and loan crisis in 91. We have this housing bubble that happened. So you see what happened in 05. And then what happens in 09, February of 09. The Great Recession and housing crisis. Again, then what happens, which actually was not predicted, by the way, the pandemic and housing boom. They actually predicted just the opposite. They predicted this happening. And this actually happened. And then Fed lowered the rate. So we kind of see Fed raises the rates here in May of 23, and then they lower the rates and we see what happens, right? Exactly. Yeah. I don't think in our lifetime. Yeah. All right. Balance. Okay. So does anybody know what inventory of balance market is? If we're in a balance market, how many months of inventory? 6 months. Right. There, balance. So right now, 2024, we ended up with about 3.7. Anybody know where we are right now in the Charlotte market? 2.4, 2.5. All right, so we're still not in a balanced market. We're still trying to get there, which is going to be super important moving forward. Yeah, absolutely.
Can it be at those weekly, monthly numbers that I've done them in here before? You guys have seen it where it has the month supply of inventory. It has how many just came on the market, how many just went off. Understand that new home construction does not have to put their numbers in there. So some do, some don't. So there's a big fudge factor in there when you say, well, we're still heavy in seller's market. Why wouldn't we have houses just flying off the shelves right now? You got to take into a fact that a lot of new home construction is not putting their numbers in there. So
Yeah,
just
a lot of
FYI
times
for
new home
everybody.
Construction can skew the numbers too for us as far as days on market. So mortgage interest rates. So historic average from 72 to 24, you're seeing that trend line here, 7.72. So when you're working with a buyer that says, oh my God, the interest rates are so high, I'm not going to buy today. Historic average from 1990 2024 is 6%. We're not that far off of a historic average. What's happening is a lot of these buyers are living in that 2021 era, right? However, if you have this conversation with them, you pull this slide out, does that help change the mindset a little bit about where they might need to go? And by the way, if they bought, we'll see it. A lot of people lost a lot of opportunities, including myself. Yeah. All right, here's the monthly. So this is what happened monthly, kind of 2020. How many of you in this room lost huge opportunity in 2020 when the interest rates are 2.68%? Or you don't have to raise your hand. Oh, all of you took advantage of it. The only room that I've ever been in that everyone took advantage of it. Gosh, you guys, except for me, I'm like raising 2 hands. All right, March, they went up a little bit. Again, August, still really great. And then we know what happened in 23 and January 25, right at 10%. Okay. All right, mortgage rate breakdown. This is huge, huge, huge for you guys to know. 74% of all mortgages have a rate of 5% or less. However, are those sellers happy? What they're happy with is what? That, are they necessarily happy with their house? No. So are you a real estate agent or are you a wealth advisor? Or a combination of both? A lot of them are sitting there with a heck of a lot of equity in their house. Yeah. And because they just don't know what they don't know, right? They don't even know how to pull the equity out to help them. So what conversations are you having here? You're seeing 22% have 3% or less, 34% have 3 to 4%, 18% are within that 4 to 5% range, 10% 5 to 6, and then you have 16% of all mortgages are 6% or more. Okay. Affordability. Want to jump into this one? This is P&I as percentage of income, okay? So you can see back in 1981, 49% of your income was your principal and interest. 32% in 2006. Then check out this. In 2012, only 17%. 2020. Now, why is this? Interest rates, right? The payment, your PNI is much, much lower here. And then you can see here now it's jumped back up to that 32%. Listings with price drops. Pay attention. Yeah. Why did it stick out to you?
I think you guys have been seeing that.
Yeah, yeah. So again, sitting down with your seller, having really raw, open, candid conversations. You know, they can price it high, however, 31% of all sellers right now are overpriced. And buyers are more savvy now than ever, right? So understanding this crap and setting those expectations, what does that expectation conversation look like to you? You know, are you setting up the expectation that within the first week or the first 2 weeks, if we don't have an offer in hand, that we're going to drop it 5%, 10%? What does that look like? By the way, a $500 price reduction is a waste of your time and the seller's time. Don't do it. Really, can I just be really real with you guys? You look stupid. Don't do it. Okay. But you have to be able to have that conversation with the seller up front. Conflict does not exist, by the way, unless expectations are not set in the beginning. Conflict happens when you've not set any expectations. Make sense? Set the expectations and the conflict doesn't exist. You know, it's like, remember when we had the conversation when we first listed the house, and because you said you needed to sell your house to get to the new job in Rhode Island within 30 days, you know, remember that? Because you said is the most powerful phrase that you can use with a buyer or seller. Because you said, okay? However, you got to have a really deep needs analysis to be able to look back at them and say, because you said. If you don't have that conversation, you don't know what to say. All right, new listings. All right, 406,000 new listings in January. Again, I just want you to look at this. So when people say it's a terrible market, it's really not that bad. We're still getting listings way, way up from December, way, way up from November. So what's starting? Are sellers starting to move? They're getting off the fence. Yeah. And they think it's springtime, which I love when they think, let's just go on the market when everybody does. Could be the best thing ever. All right. Distressed sales. Okay. So if anybody is looking at doing foreclosures as part of your portfolio, out there. So I just want you to make sure that you're using your time efficiently and what you're really looking for. Only 2%, 2% in 23, 1% in less than 1% in 21. Why is that? That there's really very, very few distressed sales. Everybody has equity. Everybody has equity. Okay. Underwater homes. Really non-existent. Okay. 6% is actually the norm to have homes that are underwater, but look at this. Pretty crazy. We've never seen this really in history. New home starts. 2025. So we're up in new home starts. Any questions? If you guys need me to stop, let me know. By the way, this is a long-term average too. When people say that builders aren't really building, they are really building. And there are, I mean, it's the national average over the last, 25 years. New home sales. So again, the average there you can see, and we're out trending. We're trending above that for the sales. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Starts.
What's the difference?
New foundation. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like how many lots?
That's in thousands. Yeah.
It still seems small.
All right, the challenges for builders and developers, Darren?
Volatile material prices with inflation is also been a big concern as well. Persistent labor shortages. I know nobody's had a problem getting a GC on time, right? Profitability constraints and project fees.
This was interesting here because, lumber was hard to get in during COVID. But what happened was all these builders put in at the higher prices and then COVID ended. And then what happened? They still had all that lumber. So we didn't see a huge drop and everybody thought, oh, the new home starts will drop in price. They didn't because they had ordered all of this material. So they had to get rid of it. Make sense? Everybody's like, well, why aren't prices dropping? They have lumber now. Yeah, Nicole.
Now, most of the backlog of inventory that they need to sell.
Yes.
So they don't need to, like, they just want it gone off their books to liquidate versus increasing for sales. Like, they're even willing to sell for less than they were previously willing to sell. for,
Absolutely.
'cause it's such a big gain to offload the houses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they have that carry cost too. Yeah, David, let's.
So Home Builders Association of Greater Charlotte recently had an update. They were talking specifically on some of these items. They said during COVID, like material costs went up 50%. They did say though, land costs went up 250%. So if you're wondering why lots continue to get smaller and smaller, that's how they're able to make the numbers still work.
Yeah.
In addition to that, they said they take a monthly index of local builders, and they said no builder, either local or national, has slowed down in their desire to acquire land. So the need for them to continue to develop and build new homes continues to remain strong here as well.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity too for you as agents to seek out that land. I mean, not only are you selling the land, but then you can work with the developer to sell the lots, and then you can work with the builder to sell the houses. I mean, it is a huge opportunity. I had a agent actually flip a piece of land, bought it for, I think it was 400,000, and she flipped it literally 2.5 months later for $200,000 more than she bought it for. I mean, crazy. She actually tried to tell the agent that had it listed, listen, you should buy it yourself. And he's like, well, why would I do that? She's like, I'm telling you, buy it. But if you don't know land, then he just didn't know what he didn't know. So make sure you know what you're listing and the true value of it and the opportunities that you have.
One more note.
Oh,
too.
there's Kyle. Yeah.
They had said too, like, fortunately, they were talking about the percentage of like immigrant labor, either documented or undocumented in different parts of the country. They said, fortunately, here in the Carolinas, it's a pretty stable workforce, and they've seen consistent, trade team showing up. So uncertainty that was kind of around during COVID, they seem to not have those same types of concerns about at this period of building.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Kyle, do you want to add to that land opportunity that we have as agents? Or you don't want anybody to know about it?
That is true. Tell people multiple times a week is either doubled or quadrupled in pricing, and that just depends on their little certain market space. But I don't, focus on high density development. I'm in the rural parts, but yeah, everything that y'all are saying, I'm just thinking of like, yeah, that's really true, because all of the housing market depicts pretty much what I'm doing. The people moving into Charlotte, all the homes being built in Charlotte, it's just pushing people out, and that's my clientele. So it's just a huge demand right now. So an average of 250% is very accurate, especially with land that's got utility access.
Yeah. And you know what I have found too, Kyle, is that sometimes somebody's had this land in the family so long and they just want it gone. They just like, I'm good with selling. And we're like, wait, should we talk about, no, if I could just get X amount, I'd be happy. And you're like, no, really, you could probably get more. And they're happy with just like sometimes selling.
Yeah, the only problem is about 18 sellers that need to sign a contract, and nobody knows what a POA is. I just finished.
That is true.
I just closed one yesterday. It literally took a year.
Yep, trying to find the people,
Yep,
trying to find the odds and ends.
that's right.
Yeah. All right, National Association of Realtors, a profile of home buyers and sellers. So first-time home buyers, Darren.
So, for lowest historically, at 24% of the buyer pool being first-time home buyers.
Yeah, only 24%. Interesting though, 2023 was 32%, but we've seen a huge drop. Why do you think that is? Yeah, what'd you say? Yeah, that could be. What would you say? Home prices are so high of money. Yeah.
We absolutely do not. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else? could Yeah, they're buying new expensive cars instead. Could social media be impacting this for first-time home buyers? Yeah, I think I may have shared with you. I have a daughter who I thought was smart, and she's like, "Mom, this TikToker tells me that I shouldn't buy a house because it's not a great investment." I'm like, "Who are you listening to? Like, who are these people?" But it's reality. We have to know that this is what they're listening to. So what are we going to do? What videos are we going to put out? What TikToks are you going to do? What Instagrams are you putting out to educate the younger generation to up this number? There are programs that will help them. I mean, she's a freaking doctor and she can get 100% loan. They won't even look at credit. That no, your doctor great. Sign here, press whatever. Like, but she still doesn't get it because she's listening to all this stuff. Not her mother. I don't know what. So anyway, I need one of you to call her. All right. Primary reason for purchasing a home, you guys, just the desire to own a home. That's the number one reason. They just want to own a home. Desire to have a larger home, only 14%. Desire to be closer to friends and family, or 8%. Change in family situation, 8%. So again, you need to know why. Where buyers find homes they purchase. 51%. Where are they finding it? The internet. Ask yourself, am I on the internet? If you tell yourself, I hate Facebook, I hate Instagram, I hate all the things, they're not going to find you. They're going to find their house, but they're going to find another agent that they see on the internet. You have to be out there, guys. So 29% real estate agent. So 29, so dropped to 51% to 29% through the real estate agent. And then you can see all the other ways they find. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go there. All right, values of home. Oh, this is it. This is that. All right, value of website features. Okay, guys, I have more people come to tell me I need a new website. So do you guys know that your Keller Williams website, first of all, can be, Jules and Leah can sit down and they can customize that website with you that you probably didn't know you could do. And it's not about you. The website gives you validity. They're going to check and see if you have a website. Your website was created by Keller Williams International. They spent millions on this. They actually studied where the consumer likes to stay and hang out. Where is that? Zillow. That's where they hang out. 200 million views a week on Zillow. That's what they do. So if you pull up your website and you pull up Zillow side by side, it's the exact same experience. They created an experience for your consumer that they know they love already, hoping to pull them into your website, right? So your websites don't suck. They're actually really, really good. Now you can customize them. Jules and Leah can help you with that. So if they want to click on another little button to learn more about you, all the things, you need a website. Yeah. Yeah. They want to know that there's detailed property information. Yeah, or my picture from 10 years ago. Yeah, property photos and property detailed information. That's guys. That's what they're looking for. Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments or feelings around that? Does that feel yucky to anybody that just spent like $6 grand on a new website? Oh, sorry, Adam. No, I'm just kidding.
Do
see that on the third down, but I've noticed a lot of listing agents don't put floor plans in. So when as a buyer, you're going in to look at
Yeah,
a house,
floor
and
plans are
trying to
huge.
figure it out. Take your listing to another level. Just import the floor plan into the photo section. It will blow your mind how much better or less questions you'll get
Yeah,
around it. I've been doing it for a while and actually get more compliments on the fact that they can see the floor plan
yeah.
from my listing without having to go into the MLS and get the PDF and do all the stuff.
I know Connie used to have an appraiser go out and do the floor plan for you, a sketch, and then attach it. Do you still do that? Yeah. Oh, got you. Yeah.
Yeah, put it in the photos. Don't put it in the attachments. Don't do all that stuff. Put
Put it
very
in the photos. I get that.
Because
Yeah.
whenever people are looking on homes.com or they're looking on the Zillows of the world, they don't see the floor plan. They don't
Yeah.
have a clue what the measurements are. They can't get a scope of the home. So putting them actually into your photos is
By the way, I found this one really interesting. Virtual open houses, 49% did not use it. So where are you spending your time
And money.
and money? Yeah. Yeah, it's not free to do that. All right, method of home purchase. All right, so agent, 88% of all buyers used an agent. 5% went to the builder, 7% was the previous owner. So 88% were still using real estate agents. So again, just block out the noise that from the news saying people aren't using agents, not true. Actually pretty high. So what buyers want from their agent? 49%. They just want you to find the right home. So know what your consumer wants. So if you're setting them up, say they want a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath house with 2-car garage, and you set them up on some search, random search, and it just has all of that in it, and you're sending them every house that's in the MLS, shame on you guys. Like, don't do that, okay? Because what you're going to find is that it's houses that really, if you had a really in-depth needs analysis, probably don't fit them, but they're calling you going, hey, can I go see 123 Main Street? Can I go see ABC, Main Street? Because dig deeper. Yes, dig deeper in what they want. And then when they call you and say, I want to see 123 Main Street, it's like, well, that's interesting because that house doesn't have a fenced-in backyard, and you've got 2 really big dogs that you told me a fenced-in yard was really important for. So do you really want to go see the house? Because the fence is going to cost you X amount. Are you prepared to put the fence up? And they're going to be like, not really. We're at the top of our budget. And know what type of loan they're doing. Yes. Yes. Really important. So, just if you're working with the buyer, go the extra mile because all they really want you to do is home buyers found an agent. It was referred by a friend, a neighbor, or a relative 40% of the time. Do your friends, family, and coworkers know, not coworkers because they all know you're in the business, but do they all know that you're a real estate agent? Are you the secret agent that nobody knows about? I remember calling a friend one time. We were bold, God help me. But I did take bold 9 times. But it made me call my friend. I'm like, no, I don't want to bother my friend, right? And I remember calling her and she said, Robin, I did not believe I didn't know you were a real estate agent. She goes, my fiance just bought an $800,000 house and we would have definitely used you. I was like, right? I was like, oh. So listen, what are you doing, whether it's social media, newsletters, a handwritten note? How do they know you're in real estate? Because 40% of them find you through a friend, a neighbor, or a relative. Okay? Buyer interviews. They only interview one person 75% of the time. So do you do the 9 o'clock appointment or do you do the 4 o'clock appointment? 9 o'clock. Be there first. Okay? All right, most important factors for buyers, experience.
So Rob, now. Say, I'm a new agent.
Okay.
Okay. Look at that. That scares me.
Mhm.
Because I'm working with a buyer and they're experience.
Right. Yeah.
What do I do in that situation?
Yeah, a couple things. I will tell you when I got back into the real estate business, and we did a lot of closings, not one person ever asked me how long I'd been in the business. So you have to learn confidence. You have to know what you're talking about going in. And as long as you do, they're not going to ask you how long you've been in the business. Okay. By the way, none of you are new in this room because somebody's sitting and taking their test right now. That's the new agent. So never ever say that you're a new agent because you're not. The other thing I would say is, if they do ask, and I'm just honest with them, that yes, I've not been in, business very long, back into the real estate business very long. Tell me what's important to you about somebody that may be in the business 60 years versus me, who's brand new in the business. That's a question. No. Tell me. So tell me what's important to you about that question.
They've had experience with transactions, challenging stuff.
Yeah, I see how that would probably be super important to you. And I need to tell you first and foremost, you're my client. I don't have a lot of business right now, so you're going to be my number one focus. And also, I know, I just recently went to a doctor. I had a procedure I had to have done, and I had an option of being with a doctor that had been in the business for, forever. And then I had a new doctor come in, and he actually talked to me some things about some new technology and things that they're using, some new things. And I actually chose to go with them because I thought they were more relevant. So I feel like that may be what I am. I'm just a little more relevant. And I'm going to get your house sold because you're going to be main focus. Sorry for all the old. However, I'm going to use whatever tricks I can to get the listing, right? I mean, you're going to use whatever you have to get that listing. But you need to know experience, according to the buyers, that's their most important factor. Okay. Honest and trustworthiness. If you don't establish trust in the first 5 minutes of meeting with somebody, you've lost a huge opportunity. We'll talk about trust triangle or the trust circle next team meeting because it's super, super important. And reputation, they're checking you out on social media. They're checking your website out. Gosh, you guys, stay away from religion and politics. Okay. I mean, I don't know about you, but I want to work with 100% of the people most of the time, unless you're just a jerk. But I don't care who you voted for and I don't care who you pray to. I mean, right? I mean, I want you to be a good, solid human being and I'd be happy to work with you. But sometimes you repulse 50% of the people. Why are you doing that? Because their $10,000 check, cash is really sweet, right? 15,000 or $20,000. All right, let's keep going. Buyer repeats and referrals. Here we go. 88% of the time, 73% of the time, they're going to use you again, right? So just do the right things with them. Okay, we're at time. Oh. Sellers find their agent. Again, same thing. 30. Referrals. Yeah, referrals. Friend, neighbor, relative. That's how they find you. Seller interviews one time, 81% of the time. They're interviewing one agent. Get there first. I don't care if they say, well, I have another appointment at 9. Okay, great. I'll be there at 8:30. I'll be there at 8, right? Be the first one in. Somebody else is going to get that. What sellers want from their agent? Help sellers market their home to potential buyers and help price the home competitively. We're afraid to have this conversation. Don't be afraid. That's what they want you for because they're not sure what the price should be. You do. Okay. Repeat referrals, 87%. Again, will use you again. Yeah, the definitely not. I don't know what happened to those, but 6%. Oops. Okay, one more. All right, methods to use their home. 90%, guys. You guys got to know they use 90% of the time they're using a real estate agent. Go ahead. So it's a FSBOs. Only 6%. Less and less people are selling the homes themselves. Well, and yeah, to your seller. By the way, we all think that these home buying companies and iBuyer programs are buying a lot of these houses up. Actually, the people that own their houses, they actually want a real estate agent to be involved. So buy now for cash and don't have to do any open houses and don't have, you see all you've seen those commercials, right? Actually, they want a real estate agent involved. Yeah.
Because she came from contribution offer. She went direct to Ryan Homes to build, and they told her she needs to sell before she buys. So she went to Open Door, and she's like, Open Door will let me stay for 9 months. So I told Irene, we mastermind on this, and she won that listing over Open Door because she showed her she was coming from contribution and adding value. She went back to the client and said, let me get with the builder and see what your move-in date is. Because what I'm hearing you say is not that you need to work with Open Door, but that you don't want to move twice. If I can
Right.
make that happen for you, would we be a good fit to work together? And so
Bingo.
really diving into what the issue is, because you can still beat them out.
Is Open Door leaving money on the table? Absolutely. I mean, yeah. Yeah, handling the objection. Okay, really quick in closing, these are 2024 ahas from Gary Keller. Life is shorter than we think. People matter more than we can even imagine.
Prioritize your time with those you love and let anything be more important.
Getting in and out of the right relationship is a process that takes time.
So don't cheat the process or try to speed it up.
Great. Number 4, culture is hard to build, but easy to destroy.
So once built, protect it aggressively.
Number 5, really listening requires commitment to understanding.
Find a process that allows you to listen well.
It's huge. Peace of mind is a true treasure.
Seek it and guard it against all challenges.
Nicole, we're talking about peace of mind today, just your time blocking. Being true to yourself is the only true path.
So know who you are and remind yourself daily.
Yeah, you guys, this is huge for me. I'm going to share really quick. My one daughter is really good at saying, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. Oh, did you see that person? Oh, did you know, all the things, never good enough. And her friend was in from Alaska, moved back. She's an attorney as well. And she said, and excuse my language, I'll pay KW Cares. She said, quit shitting on yourself. She said, why do you shit on yourself? Your brain is so powerful. It's such a powerful mechanism. Stop it. Because we are who we tell ourselves we are. So everything, be true to yourself is the only true path. So know who you are and remind yourself of that every day. I am beautiful. I am smart. The seller will live with me. I am knowledgeable. I'm the best real estate agent here. I work for the best company. Whatever it is, tell yourself that every single day. Stop shitting on yourself. It's like $100 that I owe. No, yeah. Yeah. All right. Never betray others, for trust is the basis of all relationships. Money is a tool to help you lead your mission and your best life possible. Never be ashamed of how much money you make is basically what he's saying, because it funds a whole different life. Business is easy. People are hard. There's a huge difference between those who build a lifestyle, income, business, career. Listen to this one. There's a huge difference between those who build a lifestyle, income, business, career versus those who build a best as they can do income, business, career.
Find out who someone is before going into business.
Yep. We each have our own story to live.
Seeing your life as a story helps you see it clearly and allows you to alter it bravely and lead a story.
And love is the answer to any question.
Life is lived at its highest level when you show up to anything, love and gratitude.
Awesome. You guys go out, be big. Oh yeah, Charlene.
Don't think that you can't outsmart Open Door. We had a door knocking client that thought it would just be easy to sell to Open Door, and then thought maybe that she was being taken advantage of because they bought the home for them, and thought, you know, I think maybe this could be worth a little more. So she backed out of Open Door, went with us, and we closed her home for $68,000 more.
Woohoo! Okay.
Don't
Good way to
think
close us.
that you don't know what you
Yeah.
can do.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed week.